Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the second video with me, the job of Mr. Sipayo, and in this video we're going to continue studying from the first video, which is going to be about materials from Unit 1. So please pay attention, make some notes if it's necessary, and here we go. Alright then, so hello everyone, welcome back to the second video for our material from Unit 1, Social Class, Grade 11. And in this video, we are going to focus on two topics, showing preferences and making suggestion. And I would like to remind you again about the focus or the material, the main material that we can see from Unit 1. Yeah, the first one is actually showing preferences, and the second one making suggestion, and also vocabulary about adjective plus noun, and the reading section, the skill of skimming and scanning. But in this video, we are only going to focus on these two topics. Yeah, once again showing preferences and making suggestions, because overall all topics or materials from Unit 1, they have been discussed in the first video. So that's why here in the second video we will focus only to showing preferences and making suggestions. We will discuss deeper about that one. Okay, so let's move on to the topic. Yeah, we are going to start with making suggestions. It's about suggestions and advice. Yeah, so you see suggestions and advice. Yeah, you can make suggestion, you can ask for suggestions, you can accept suggestions or advice, and you can also reviews, right? So here we don't focus only making suggestions, but asking, and then making, and then accepting, and then refusing. So we start from asking for suggestion or advice. So you don't have to worry about the difference between suggestion and advice, because they are just the same. So here I have given you some ways in asking for suggestions, yeah, or advice. There are so many here, so this is the first one. As you can see, this is what you need to remember. Yeah, but I don't want to push you to remember, because it'll be much better to practice, because you can easily remember everything you learn by practicing. Yeah, so this is the first one here. What ought I to do? Yeah, and then the second one here, I have a problem, I need your advice. So here you ask for an advice. And then the third one here, what should I do? This is the basic, yeah, using should. Yeah, and then the fourth one here, do you have any suggestions? And then the fifth one here, if you were me, what would you do? And then what do you suggest? And here's the last one, what's your advice? And the last one here, yeah, there is the last one, please tell me what to do. So all of these are ways, yeah, to ask for suggestions. So you can remember, you can memorize it, but it'll be easier for you to memorize all of these sentences by practicing. So you keep practicing and you'll get it. And then the second section will go to this one. Yeah, this is a giving suggestion and advice. So this is gonna be a bit more difficult than any other ways about suggestion and advice. Yeah, so giving advice. Okay, so here you can see it has been shown an example. Yeah, an example, and for the rest of them you'll have to give your own there while watching, and I'll show you all examples for all these structures to give suggestion. So as you can see here, this is the first one. Yeah, you can say why don't you plus infinitive, and then the second one here, let's plus infinitive. Okay, let's just I'm gonna show you the example. Yeah, the first example here, why don't you do the research? So this is actually giving suggestion or advice. So the infinitive here is do, the verb do, and then the second one, let's plus infinitive. For example, let's observe. Here, let's observe. So observe here is the infinitive, or what you can say verb 1. Yeah, this one. And then the third one, yeah, I suggest we plus infinitive. I suggest we collect data before we experiment. Yeah, and then the fourth one you can see here clearly. And then what about the fifth one here? Would you like to, yeah, infinitive. Yeah, would you like plus to infinitive. After like here you must add to infinitive. For example, like this one, would you like to share your thoughts? Yeah, would you like to share your thoughts? Yeah, so this one, to infinitive, it is to share. Yeah, and then about this one, what or how about plus verb ing or present participle. For example, how about calculating manually? Yeah, so there is a question mark here. Yeah, how about calculating manually? Okay, and then the next one here. Yeah, what do you think about plus verb ing? What do you think about hiking? Okay, so the suggestion here is hiking. Yeah, so the speaker suggests hiking. Yeah, and then the last one, I suggest plus verb ing. I suggest having a good teamwork. So that's it, guys. Yeah, and then that's about giving suggestions or advice. We are moving on to the next part. Yeah, so actually still giving suggestion or advice, but this one, all of these structures, you can see them from textbook or course book, and here are some other examples, yeah, from other books. Yeah, other books. So yeah, you can use all these too, because there are actually so many ways, yeah, in giving suggestion. Yeah, because it is not only what you can see here. Yeah, you can think of the other way, yeah, to give suggestion or advice. Yeah, not only all of these. Yeah, okay, so here I'm gonna show you again an example of its structure. Yeah. So here the first one, it's better for you to plus infinitive. For example, it's best for you to check up. Okay, and then the second one, my advice or suggestion is to what? Yeah, so here after to it must be infinitive here, guys. Yeah, my advice or suggestion is to meet them. The third one, if I were you, I would or would not plus infinitive. For example, if I were you, I would ask for permission. Yeah, so simply the I here, the speaker, suggests taking permission from someone else. Yeah. And then the fourth one here, You had better plus infinitive. For example, you had better live. So this is actually a strong suggestion, yeah. And then the next one here, as you can see the structure, how about plus verb in or present participle? For example, how about reading the manual? And then the next one, the structure is I advise you to plus infinitive. Yeah, for example, I advise you to contact them. The next one, try to plus infinitive. For example, try to leave no trace. Okay, and then the next one, you ought to plus infinitive. Yeah. And for example, you ought to drink more water. And then the next one, blah 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 blah, is worth a try. So here it must be gerund, yeah, a noun. For example, using your strategy is worth a try. Then the next one, make sure you don't or you do. For example, like this one, make sure you make notes. Yeah, that's for positive one. For negative, make sure you don't make notes. Yeah. And then a wise man once said blah 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 blah. Here is an example. A wise man once said, appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Okay, and then the next one, you should plus infinitive, no doubt about it. For example, you should be wearing uniform, no doubt about it. Okay, so here actually you can say only you should be wearing uniform, but that's a low level of conversation. So if you want to go higher, intermediate, or even upper intermediate, you must add no doubt about it. Yeah, higher level of conversation. And the last one, I don't know if blah 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 as gerund or noun is a good idea. For example, I don't know if answering more than needed is a good idea. Something like that, I guess, yeah. And let's move on to the next part of section. Yeah, here accepting suggestion and advice. I'm gonna show you. So this is it. That's the best one. I'll try that. I'll try. Thank you. Sure, I can do it. For one, yeah, you're right. That's a good idea. I'll do it. Why didn't I think of that? So that's the last example, yeah. And here, refusing suggestion or advice. Yeah. I can't do that. I'm afraid I can't. Could you give me another way? I think it can't solve my problem. I'm not sure. How about other suggestions? And I think this is the last one. I don't think I can. Yeah. So that's about it, guys. Yeah. That's about suggestion and advice. Now we move on to the next topic, showing preference. Yeah. So here I am going to show you rules or structures. Yeah, to show or to express preference. Yeah. So here, this is the first one, guys. Yeah. I'd prefer plus to infinitive. For example, I'd prefer to watch fantasy movies. The next one, the second one, I'd prefer to infinitive rather than infinitive. For example, I'd prefer to watch horror movies rather than watch comedy movies. Then the third one, I prefer plus noun plus to plus noun. For example, I prefer adventure movies to sci-fi movies. The fourth one here, I would rather plus infinitive than plus infinitive. So here is the example. I'd rather do homework than hang out. And the last one, guys, yeah. I would rather plus infinitive plus than plus infinitive. For example, I would rather go out than stay home. Okay, so common mistakes here, guys, yeah. For the third one here, noun, if it's noun, yeah, noun and noun here, you don't say then. So that's a common mistake. You don't say then. I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's for one thing. And here's the last discussion, yeah, today. So actually, guys, yeah, for unit 1, yeah, showing preference, and also suggestion or advice, yeah, they are combined together. That's what we learned from unit 1. Okay, we are supposed to be able to make a dialogue, yeah, a dialogue that has a suggestion, maybe giving suggestion, asking for a suggestion, refusing suggestion, and accept suggestion, and also preference, yeah, combined in a dialogue, yeah, put together in a dialogue, and also with reason, so that it can be a full dialogue. Okay, so here is an example of a dialogue, yeah, that contains suggestion and preference, as you can see here. So the situation is here, as you can see, going shopping or staying home to study. There are two options, yeah, because you know, showing preference, right, showing what we like more. So whether it's going shopping or staying home to study. So someone here must pick one to show preference. So as you can see here, Diane, or whatever you say, Derek, yeah. So as you can see here, I need to have activities right now, and then she says, do you have any suggestion? Do you have any suggestions? Yeah, that's what she says. So here, do you have any suggestions? As you can see here, this is actually asking for suggestions, right? And then the second one here, Derek says, I suggest going shopping. I'll go with you. It has been so long since we went to SKR Mall. So I suggest going shopping. So this is giving suggestion. And then the third one here, as you can see, I'd rather stay home to study for the exam is coming. We have to be prepared. So I'd rather stay home to study for the exam is coming. Yeah. So this is preference. Just showing preference using I'd rather stay home to study. And the last one here, all right. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? So yeah, that's it, guys. Yeah. About this one. Why didn't I think of that? It is actually accepting, yeah, accepting suggestion or advice. Okay, so that's the end of the video. For the other topics or materials, it will be explained in other video, I guess. Yeah. So that's about that. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you can memorize what you saw, yeah, in this video, and you can apply, you can communicate with all topics that we have learned from this video. Well, that's the end of the video for now. Thank you for watching. Keep practicing at home. May fortune smile on you, and see you in the next video. Have a good day.